everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Maggie Fyvie, and I'm not gonna lie, I've never felt more pale than I do in this moment. Something about the color of this dress with the lights and my skin already being pale, not gonna lie, I feel kind of translucent, but that's totally cool. We're gonna roll with it today. So today we're gonna be talking about the benefits of nightly journaling, and I just really wanted to make a video about this. I just felt called to make this video today. I don't really know why, but I just have been really enjoying doing a nightly journal, and I did not do a journal for a good chunk of my life because I thought it was so much work and I just didn't really see the benefits of doing it. But within like the last, I would say, about a month and a half actually, I have been doing this journal and I've been really liking it. So let's just get into this video. Make sure to grab a cup of tea or, you know, some kind of cold drink. It is so hot out today. I'm just like, So I feel like as a kid, you're always told, like, if you want to do a journal to like keep your thoughts and your memories together, it's a great thing to do before bed. And you always see people like in TV and movies with like their perfect lives as a teenager doing a nightly journal and being so happy about it. And I was just like, but why though? Like, why do you need to write it all down? Like, there's so many things that I feel like would happen to me daily, you know, in the teenage world that I just would not want to remember. So I really didn't take part in journaling at all. Really at all. But I was listening to the Let There Be Lose podcast. I know you know what this podcast is if you've been to my channel before. I love it. It's amazing. Linda is such an amazing woman. I love listening to her talk, and she was talking about how, you know, keeping track of your menstrual cycle in a journal, like how your emotions are, how your body feels, what you notice about yourself, it can really allow you to have more knowledge and just be able to notice things and kind of predict things as well a little bit easier month to month. So I was like, you know what, it's just time for me to start doing that. I usually track my period on an app, but there's just not really room on an app to get personal, you know? So this notebook is just from Chapters. It was like $7 on sale. Like, I'm not really picky. I'm already about halfway through it, and what I'm planning on doing with these is just keeping them probably in a line on my bookshelf. That way if I want, I can go back, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I'll ever really go back and reread, but I just like to have it kind of cataloged and just put into one place. I don't know, like just your thoughts in one area. For some reason, I just think that's really powerful. And yeah, I just have been really feeling good about that. So really, my routine with this journal is I leave it until the last possible moment. I'm sitting in bed after a long day and I just write out my feelings. It's a really good way for me also to reflect on the day and just kind of think about like what I actually did. So in this journal, there's an area for like putting a title. So I always put a title depending on the day, and then the date, and then I also put what phase I'm in my cycle. So I'm gonna make a lot more videos talking about the menstrual cycle. I'm thinking of making it a series. But basically there's 4 different phases in the cycle. And for me personally, I noticed that I definitely have different energies, different emotions throughout the different phases. So I always, you know, write that down as well. I honestly only do 1 page a night. If there's more than a page, then I condense it to the most important things that I want to either remember or like the most important things that I felt. This journal isn't as much about memories for me. It's more about writing down my thoughts and getting my head clear. And it's good for me to write down things like, you know, if something happens and I'm like, oh, I felt a certain way about that. Why was that? I can kind of write it down in the journal, and then I can kind of come back to it like in the next couple of days and think about like how I think differently. And I don't know, it's just a really good way for me to get all of my emotions out without completely like exploding, you know, having a huge meltdown. I mean, I still have meltdowns, let's be real, but this has definitely helped me in that department. Now, journaling is such a personal thing. You can do whatever you want. You could do like a full like 3 pages a day. I don't think it really matters, but really what I want to communicate is it doesn't have to be a super long, like every detail of the day. It could literally just be, today I went out with so-and-so and had a great time, felt happy and excited. It could be something so simple, but for me personally, getting that out of my system and kind of being able to look at it again and just remember how I felt, it just really helps me, and I don't really know why, but it really helps. If you wanted with these books, you could definitely be more strategic in what you put in here. Like if you wanted to say, put emotions of the day, you know, what I ate today, what I did today. I don't know, you could make it a lot more like concise and I guess like deliberate in that way if that's what you prefer too. I brought this on vacation with me. I was a little questioning if I'd have time to do journaling while I was in New York, and there's only one night that I didn't really have time, but I got the next morning, like early in the morning, and I just wrote it all out because I was still thinking about all the different things that I had done that day, all the different emotions I was feeling, and I think as well, being able to clear your mind before bed is such an amazing tool. I feel like meditation is also a really good way to clear your mind too, but I am definitely someone who needs to write things out. I don't know what it is, but I need to write it out. So even if I'm gonna meditate, I always do my journal as well, just because there's just something about it I really can't explain. I know that privacy is also a pretty big concern for a lot of people when it comes to journaling, and I don't want to diminish that at all. You know, if you like pour your soul out onto this page and talk about your emotions and your thoughts on things, and then somebody goes and reads it, I mean, for me, it would feel very, oh, what's the word for it? Violating. Violating is the word. I would feel very violated. To say the least, because it's, you know, it's your life in there. So maybe if you know, have siblings, or if you have parents that you think might want to read your journal and you don't want them to, I would maybe just put it in a drawer or put it somewhere where you know it is at all times and maybe your family doesn't tend to look. I'm very lucky that I don't have intrusive parents or parents who are concerned enough to read my journal. They just know this is my personal space, and they know that I usually talk about these things with them anyway, so there's like no point, really. I'm pretty open with my parents, but yeah, and then of course I don't have any siblings except for the dog, and obviously she's not really interested. So I think that's kind of about it for this video. I know there wasn't a lot of information in this video, but I just really felt like making it and kind of spreading the information, I guess you could say, on nightly journaling and how much it's helped me, and you know, dealing with my emotions and my memories and even fears and tons of different things, you know. It's like if you don't feel like you want to pour everything out to everyone around you, you can honestly just write it in here, and I think you feel like 100 times better after that. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to subscribe and join the fam, please do so. But yeah, I love you so much, and I will see you on Wednesday. Bye.